I'm getting a little nervous. I'm seeing a little attitude that I'm bigger than the school. You know, that my opinions, my values are bigger than the school. The school is not. The school is going to be here long after, and we're going to address that.
Is that a promise?
Is that, it is a promise, because you said we're bankrupt and we're going to get there. And the school will be here long after you all are gone, and we're all gone. We will be here. A lot of kids are going to come through here. So keep that in mind now, if you want to restate some of the things you said, and later when you get on that chair. It's not about you, how you say things, about the statements that you make, and about, believe me, I've learned. Okay, I've been here 3 years. Okay, I wish I knew that 2 years ago. So it is pretty important. It's a big job. And I will tell you, it's a working board. You may disagree, Dave or Terry, or you guys may disagree, but it is not. It's a working board. This is not a political board. Okay? So I was joking earlier, but I'll tell you, there is no political aspirations in our board members. This is the first time I've seen almost a political campaign in 3 or 4 years. And it makes me really nervous because I, as many of you are, tired of politicians. And I'm sick of them.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see politicians on our board. Okay? This isn't it. This is roll up your sleeves, get to work, put a lot of time. And you might want to spend a little time with board members and asking us how much time every week they spend. You may not see them at the school, and we get yelled at. I get it. We get yelled at by the teachers. You guys are not here. But I'm at 8 at night, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm here or in somebody's office from 7 to 11 o'clock at night talking about financials, keeping the school running after you leave. So it is a working board. It's not political. It's not about sitting and making statements and getting quoted on the minutes the next month. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. And just my opinion. I'm not speaking for the board, by the way. I'm speaking as a parent and the board member as well. Dave, you said, and I quote, the school is bankrupt. A couple of weeks ago, you were in a meeting. You said I'm a facts guy. I'm a numbers guy.
Pragmatist.
Okay, give me the numbers. We're bankrupt. I want to know how we're bankrupt. By the way, I'm the treasurer of the board.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Based off the numbers that I have, that this year we lost 7 students, which is $45,000. John told me we're $138,000 projected down this year. And you're making a decision based on financial straits that the school is in to now get enrollment up and change everything with iPad computers. The writing is on the wall.
The decision
Now,
hasn't been made.
wait a minute.
I'm asking for
Luis.
facts. The decision has not been made. And unless I know
That's
something
true.
different, we're not.
I'm not saying a decision's
Okay.
been made, but I do know that the faculty leadership, Michelle Carr, the 3rd grade teacher on the steering committee, and the majority of the board are on board with it. I know that because I've asked those questions. Luis, don't confuse
You
efforts with
haven't asked
results.
me.
We have declining revenues, and I know you're a smart guy. I wish you weren't leaving. I'd love to work with you. I'm not saying necessarily it's one person or the board, or 2 people. It's the board. We have evidence
Hey,
that things aren't
We already
working.
heard your opinions. I want facts. I want numbers.
Share them with me. Give me access to your
You
books.
haven't
I'd love to
asked
see
me-
them.
You haven't asked me. You've been saying that in your website, you speak about revenue also going down. I haven't gotten a call from you, an email from you to ask me.
I got my
specific-
anecdotal right here from the chairman.
Okay. We're out of money. Give me the facts. Give me the figures. We're out of money.
I just explained it to you. The
No.
fact that you want to, because
You
we're in
said
financial
130
straits, get enrollment up by changing our curriculum and changing this school tells me we're out of money. I don't need to check the back of the book for the answer. It's right in front of us.
Terry, what does that mean when we say we're out of money? If you
What do
tell
I
me you're out of
feel?
money, what does that mean? We're out of money.
My opinion, what it means,
Yeah,
I feel that we have absolutely no money,
okay.
nothing in reserves, nothing. That's how I would take it.
That's what it means to me. So that's not what it meant then.
We're out of money. I've
We're
heard,
not out of money.
I've heard the words from board members say, lock the doors. I've heard that. We might have to look at being a K through 3 school, Louise. I don't make this stuff up. I've attended the coffee. I'm well engaged now. I promise you, I'm not making this up. These are words spoken from your board members.
That's not a fact, David.
Then give me some facts. If you were here the other night when Principal Cross, I asked him to pull a number out, because I tried for 20 minutes to get him to speak a number
I was
about
here and I saw
revenues,
I'm asking you the same
TCAP
thing.
scores increasing. I'm just saying, in the same vein, you're not gonna give me any numbers? Share something with me.
You know, what I'll do is we can wait here, as soon as we get done with this process, if there's information that you want, and I got numbers that I can share with everybody, as to where we are in the school and the state and where we are. So let's move on.
Mr. Ramirez, I appreciate your comments. I do.
Okay?
John, I'm not sure whether these folks have the information to answer a couple of questions here, but I guess first one would be, what are your projected goals, if elected, to strengthen the school, be it financially for teacher incentives, teacher increases? You guys have all, or at least two of the three anyway, I'm not quite sure as far as your background in business or financial platform, and you mentioned, I think, and maybe I misunderstood, but I don't know that financial prowess is your key at work. I think you're working more in management than you are finance, but I maybe misunderstood that.
That's correct.
But because you have been at that organization for many, many years, and you deal with personnel and you deal with the bottom line as far as what we can do to achieve and what we can work on to better the company, can you guys kind of touch base on what information you gathered prior to coming here tonight and what you foresee you're able to do in pushing the school forward as far as, again, teacher incentives, giving them increases that they may not have received in many years, that type of platform, I guess, if you could kind of touch base on that to see what numbers you had and what your goals are, what your plan of attack is.
Sure. Any objections to my answering that question first? I'll be straight, Frank. I haven't done and asked the questions looking for that information. Of looking at the teacher salaries, of looking at the overall budget. So I'd be making something up if I said I have a financial goal, a financial plan. I haven't looked at that level of detail.
And again, I don't know what you guys have gathered, what you've been given
Sure.
to tackle that project, and so maybe.
Yeah, I think it's what have we gathered, not what we've been given, and so I haven't gathered that information. But what I would do is my first step would be to visit with the board members individually and collectively and gather some of the historical facts, data, perspectives. Certainly build those relationships. It's got to be a collective effort. It can't be one individual opinion or thought. It's got to be a collective. As it was mentioned, the board needs to work. So I know I'm giving you a very vague answer.
Well, again, I didn't know what you've been given, what research information you've been supplied with to kind of tackle this, if in fact, and so I guess I didn't know to present tonight as a candidate and wanting to be elected, what you can speak towards those sources. The other thing, part two, I guess, was that have you yourself worked with acquiring grant money, or what have you done in your corporation, I guess, or what do you know of the colleagues that you work with that are in that facility or in that area of working to acquire funding, state funding, federal funding? Is there anything that you kind of researched on that and looked into as far as what you might bring to the table as far as those aspects?
I have
And again, I don't know that that's your
Yeah,
expertise.
no, it's a fair question. I'm glad you asked it. I have no experience with gathering funds and generating grants. No experience with grants and obtaining those funds.
Okay.
I'll just be straight and put that on the table.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Okay, in my position, I have nothing to do with the budgets or finances or anything like that. But I will say, when I was leading the post-adoption support group, I was able to get a grant to get money for our support group. Now, I've only done that once, so I can't say I have this high amount of experience or anything with it.
Gotcha, okay.
Well, I have experience with profit and loss and operating expenses and location grosses. I mean, I worked in the grocery business for 20-some odd years. I hope I know what a gross was and how to move money around between departments. But no, I mean, I manage a department of 12. It's not a big deal these days. But I would like to say, Luis, you can proxy and be my place right here. If you'll stay, I'll quit.
I almost died.
Why not? I have a lot of respect for you. How much money don't we have, can I ask you?
It is on my shelf.
I'm just asking for a number, one number.
Well, here, well, yeah, when we get done with this, I'll share some numbers.
But I have a lot of respect for you, and you can have this chair. I really don't want to be.
I appreciate
I'm
you
telling
saying
you,
that.
I'm the guy that wants to be here the least, I promise you. Okay? I want to save my kids' school. That's all I want. That's all I want, and I'm passionate about it. Did you get that part?
Were you saying that you felt like it would bankrupt the school?
No,
if
this school's
the
out of
I-
money. That's why they're making this this change. They
Even
need
though
a
the
dramatic
state even though
change.
the state has confirmed that we will be receiving more funds, you feel like we're in such dire
Are we gonna get
straits,
$250,000?
you know? I just feel like making a statement like that without actually looking at the financial statements and gaining some knowledge it's a huge,
Well, it's not like I haven't gained any knowledge. I've been
From-
doing talks with these board members for 3 weeks. And it's not a pretty picture.
I'd like to make a motion to conclude this portion of the meeting and move on to the actual board that's currently existing and the changes that are coming to the school. These 3 generous
I think-
individuals
all
have
right,
given
this-
us an hour and a half of their time,
Yeah.
and I would like to hear some other things as well.
I second. I'll second the motion.
Okay, we'll go there. Is there anybody that hasn't asked a question, there's something that's short that we can, anybody want anything? Ask at this time. I think that all of the board members that they have, or all applicants are running for the board, their applications on the website, their email addresses on the website, and so I'm sure they would be glad to answer any questions that anybody might have if you feel you need more information or clarification on any of their points or positions. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.